Alright guys, welcome to episode 12 of Tumbling Podcast of Flesh. This is Corey Script.
This is BDG Reviews.
Alright man. Yeah, it's been a little bit since we recorded the last episode.
Yeah.
The 8 giveaway. Been sick, random things going on, but we're all good now.
Yeah.
And I know 2 out of the 3 people so far received their It Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Well, the other one's going to the Philippines, so it's probably going to take
A lot.
longer to get there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, pictures are on there of the people that won that. So, because we're actually doing another giveaway in December of copies of 2017 It Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So we'll get that done, which is cool. And now we have pictures, so people, know we're legit,
Yeah, definitely.
But so that's cool. And yeah, that's basically for the Horizon right now. I mean, this episode may be a little shorter episode because our 2 main reviews are only 2 movies. And
Yeah.
when I was writing down the news, there wasn't a whole lot of news that was worthy. And then,
Yeah.
remember I said I wanted to limit the releases down to what's coming out that month,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to keep it more organized. And for people listening, it helps them pick out their purchases better.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got that. And today's the 21st, and Jigsaw comes out, I think, the 26th or 27th.
Yep.
One of those days. So I think we've confirmed that our next episode is going to be the Saw
Yeah,
franchise
definitely.
review. I had a lot of fun with that Chucky franchise.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to do
Definitely.
this one. This one's longer, and it's been
Yeah.
a while since I've seen them, and I'm really stoked too because the new Saw is going to be in IMAX.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah, you have an IMAX theater near you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, one just around the corner. So,
Did you see if they're playing that or no?
I haven't seen a listing yet. I'll have to probably wait till the beginning of next week for them to, put out when it's going to be out and everything. I hope it's shown in IMAX. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Just because I heard, man, what's the guy who plays Kramer? What's that guy's name?
Oh,
Oh my god.
Michael Richards?
No, not in Seinfeld.
No, not actually.
Was
Tobin Bell?
Yeah, Tobin Bell, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
Michael Richards. Oh my god.
Yeah, well,
Dude, that's funny.
yeah.
You just see Jigsaw run into a room and you almost trip or whatever.
That would be awesome. I'd pay to see that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, then he'd come in and go on some giant racist rant.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, you wouldn't know it hit you.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, that's why I'm excited for that, though, just because I'd like to see his return, because the Saw movies kind of, went downhill a little bit when
Yeah.
he left.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, so well, before we get into news, I wanted to add a small little section to our show now where we're just,
Okay.
mention the stuff heading to theaters this week, horror-wise.
Yep.
And there's one coming to theaters that I am going to see that looks really good called The Snowman.
Yeah, I've that really interests me. I mean, it seems really interesting.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a David Fincher type thing, like a
Yeah.
a gritty, like a serial killer type thriller.
Yeah, it seems like it could be quite good.
And it's got Michael
You know.
Fassbender in it. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess you can't put too much stock into that anymore since he played in Assassin's Creed and stuff.
yeah, I actually kind of liked Assassin's Creed, but I didn't go in expecting much. So
Yeah,
I think that's the secret with a lot of movies: go in expecting the worst, and you're usually not disappointed.
yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the only horror movie coming this week. So
Yeah, last week they had Happy Death Day or whatever.
I heard it made a big profit. I mean,
I've heard that too, and I've heard people seem to really like it, so
Yeah,
I'll
I've
check it
heard-
out eventually.
yeah,
but-
I've heard mixed things. I've heard people say that it was actually good, but I heard
Yeah.
people say it was just a straight comedy, and
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's probably part of it.
yeah.
I mean,
I'll check it
you know.
out when it comes to Blu-ray,
yeah. I'll probably go see it in the theater. I got a free movie pass, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll use it to go see that.
I actually have one too, and I'm saving it for the IMAX Jigsaw or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's get into news now, because but before we get into news, I want to clarify for the listeners. I've been really sick the past few days, so if I start coughing, that's why, and I apologize in advance. All right, man.
Yep.
So story one for news is it says John Carpenter says new Halloween movie will take place right after part one. So he's wiping away part two and everything.
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot.
I do as well. I mean, but
How do you incorporate Jamie Lee Curtis into that, though?
exactly. I mean, with her being the sister, there's a connection there.
Oh, is that what they're trying to do? That this is...
I think they're completely even ignoring the sister aspect. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. Well, then again, John Carpenter's a bit, he'll say stuff and it doesn't actually turn out to be right.
Yeah. Well, that, and I'll go as far as say is, I'm hearing all this stuff about Halloween. You know, there's still a good chance it may not even happen,
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it seems to go. Everybody gets all hyped up. Friday the 13th is all I got to say.
Oh, yeah. I hope Halloween does happen, because I love me some Halloween. I really do.
Definitely.
It's one of my favorite series, like, ever.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them go back to the way it was at the beginning, like a genuinely, like, creepy, atmospheric, essentially what was lost in the later years,
Yeah.
And just make it really, like, creepy and atmospheric.
Yeah. I'm glad it's John Carpenter's having some kind of part in it too.
Yeah, apparently he's doing the music as well.
Yeah. That was
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. John Carpenter is going to score the new film.
Yeah.
And then this next thing in news is another John Carpenter thing I read that was really bizarre. I guess John Carpenter is dedicating his life to Destiny 2. I read some article where he told people he's like obsessed with Destiny 2, and and now this is what the article was titled: John Carpenter dedicates his life. I'm sure they're exaggerating.
Yeah.
But supposedly he's like obsessed with Destiny.
Well, I know he's a big gamer.
Yeah.
He always has. They always say, like, if you're interviewing him, and you want to get on his good side or whatever, talk about video games.
Yeah.
And basketball.
That's pretty cool, though. Another thing about John Carpenter, too, I read this week was that, like, a lot of people were, like, criticizing him, saying they were pissed because they were asking him about people remaking his movies.
Oh, yeah, and he says
he
it's
don't
okay
give a
if
shit as long as they pay him.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, like let's be honest, with the exception of Halloween and maybe The Thing, nothing he's done is really like, like the Psycho of the generation or anything,
Well, In the Mouth of Madness is my favorite film he's done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of In the Mouth of Madness, I got a bit of news about that.
What?
Apparently, the opening credits.
Yeah, that, like, have Metallica-sounding song and stuff.
Originally, he wanted to get Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Really?
For that opening section. But either what he says is, what we really wanted was, I wanted Metallica. We tried to get Enter Sandman, but we couldn't afford it, or they wouldn't give it to us. I think it's more along the lines of they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I think Metallica would be more than happy to give John Carpenter the music.
And I mean, let's be honest, we know Kirk Hammett's a huge horror fan.
Oh, definitely. He has, like, original latex prosthetics of Pinhead and stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's got, like, a really good collection. So, and he's actually the one that wrote the Enter Sandman riff.
Yeah. Well,
so, he'd go out of his way to be like, yes, you can use it.
Yeah, this thing, though, the theme song for In the Mouth of Madness sounds like Metallica wrote it. That's why I said it, because it sounds like a Metallica riff.
That's, what they went for, because they couldn't get, either they couldn't afford it or they just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But John Carpenter, he's kind of I don't really think about him all that much really anymore, just because he's kind of, to me, I kind of count him as like out of the horror game, you know?
Well, he kind of is. I mean, I know he did. He filmed a little music video for some of his music for
like a Christine
of like a
video.
Christine thing, yeah, and that was kind of neat. But honestly, since I think Ghosts of Mars was his last one.
No, it was The Ward.
Oh, The Ward, yeah, which was just kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
You know, it was okay. It was a pretty decent little movie, but nothing special. And he's kind of. I think he's more interested in, gaming now.
Yeah, definitely. And music.
Which,
you can tell
hey,
he's huge into music now.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, I know they're like releasing like a bunch of his stuff. Like, I don't know whether it's on vinyl or whether it's
no, actually,
just like big sets or something.
Yeah, they're actually. I kept reading that he's putting an anthology vinyl box set out, which is all the scores to his movies.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm picking that up for sure. I mean, he
Yeah.
has so many memorable ones. I mean, obviously Halloween, but
Oh yeah,
Escape from New York is my favorite score he's done.
that's a great score.
It's just got that pulse to it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I've always liked the score to The Thing.
Oh yeah.
Which is very, very minimal. I mean, you can
I don't
hardly.
think John Carpenter did that score though.
Whoever did it was,
Yeah, I think that's that Alan Hellworth or whatever that always. You know how Alan Hellworth or whatever does. He did scores like that, and
yeah,
a couple other ones he did.
yeah. I thought that was a really good score, and
Yeah, that had that pulse to it too, though.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Dude, speaking of vinyl, real quick off horror, I went to Books A Million yesterday because I was going to pick up the new Horror Hound.
Yeah.
And by the way, it has Pennywise on the cover, which is badass.
That's
It's
awesome.
like their Halloween issue. You get
That's
Horror
cool.
Hound up there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite one out of all of them. But yeah, definitely pick that new issue up. It's sweet.
Yeah, I'll have to go
And
check if it's out up here.
Is it a lot cheaper there than all the other ones too? Because I know here it's like $6-7, where all the other ones are like 10 or 11.
Yeah, it's about I think it's about $7 over here.
Yeah.
A lot of places just tend to price match the States with magazines.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
cool.
why. I like it though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, while I was in Books A Million, I was just browsing their records or whatever. And do you ever listen to the Gorillas?
I've heard them. Never sort of gone out of my way to listen to them, but they're pretty neat.
Yeah, well, that first album they had, with Clint Eastwood and all,
Yeah.
the first one with on the Jeep on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked that up on vinyl because, I don't know, I never listened to the other Gorillas. They kind of changed their sound, like, real hardcore.
Yeah.
They sound totally different now. But that first album, it was a really rapish kind of,
Yeah.
So I picked it up, man, because
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in years and years, and I remember loving that album.
Yeah.
So I put it on a record player, and I didn't realize one of the songs samples Day of the Dead. Like,
Really?
in the beginning of the song, you hear that, hello, is anybody... Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for like a minute you hear him yelling that, and then the song starts.
That's pretty
But
cool.
it's from Day of the Dead. It's sweet.
That's awesome. Stuff like that, I always dig.
Yeah.
The thing that the horror fans pick up on.
Yeah,
but
and
just,
no one else would know that if you're not a horror fan.
Yeah, the normies might not get it.
The normies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. But the next bit of news is, it was kind of like a double thing news. X-Files is coming back for season 11. I didn't even know that. But that's coming. And I guess the second part of it, though, is that Gillian Anderson says it's her last season. Like, she says she's done after that.
She says that, but, I mean, what else is she going to do?
Yeah.
I mean,
she was in Hannibal, though.
And she was awesome in it, but Hannibal's gone.
Yeah.
She has... This is going to sound really mean to say this, but she hasn't really been relevant since the X-Files.
Yeah. I mean, that's what because she's always going to be known for.
Yeah, so, I think she's going to... She may not be as active. She may do a thing where she, comes in, for a couple of episodes and then goes out.
Kind of like what David Duchovny did in the last seasons of the original run.
Yeah, yeah. Where like she'd show up every now and then for something, like to give some information or something, and then disappear.
Yeah, man, I always thought she was hot though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I'm still waiting for that Mulder and Scully porno.
I'm sure it exists. Rule 34. If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But next bit of... But to be honest with you, back to the X-Files thing, I haven't even watched the last season, so... I mean...
I know.
I don't really care about this either.
Yeah, I watched kind of the first maybe 3 or 4 seasons, and then I'd just watch an episode every now and then.
Yeah, was that John Belushi in the new stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm not too excited for this. I mean,
yeah,
like,
we'll see.
I'm glad it's coming out because there's going to be some day when I do want to see it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like really excited for it. But I'm glad it's coming out.
Yeah, well, it's the sort of thing. I mean, the world's probably a better place with X-Files in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
it got a lot of people into horror for the first time.
That's true. Definitely, yeah.
In this next part of news is, which I think is really cool, James Wan is producing a new horror film based on a short he saw called The Children. Now, he did the same thing with Lights Out.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, but Eli Roth and them did the same thing, but...
Yeah, I just think it's a really good idea because, you get the short film, and it's essentially a proof of concept.
Yeah.
Like if it works in the short film, it's probably going to work in the long haul, as long as you do it right.
Yeah, although I do got to say, I did like Lights Out, but I didn't think it was amazing.
I dug Lights Out, but honestly, the short is so much creepier.
Yeah, because there's no context or nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I think that's kind of the problem when you go full length. You have to give the context.
Yeah.
Like the full-length version of Mama isn't as scary as the short.
Yeah.
Because you have no clue what's going on in the short.
Yeah, isn't it crazy though that Mama, when that movie came out, it didn't get too much praise. Now that director made the top-selling horror movie of all time.
Yeah, well, I think with Mama, I think it was like, I don't think they really knew how to market it or anything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what would have been the perfect way to market that? Get like a 5-minute spot, like a TV spot, and just show the short version.
Yeah.
That's it. And then just at the end.
Short.
Yeah, and then just at the end, have it come up, Mama, like coming soon to theaters or whatever. You would have created so much hype.
Yeah, I don't
but
think they're that intelligent though.
No. It ended up being a good movie, but it was just, kind of...
No, I saw... Mama was alright.
I liked it,
too much CGI, man.
Oh, yeah, and that damn turned into a butterfly at the end.
Yeah, I feel like that's my biggest complaint now with everything.
Yeah, it was like,
too much CGI.
No. Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, when you watch, like, the special features on the Mama Blu-ray, for example, most of the creature was practical.
Yeah. No, but
it was all the hair.
The whole set pieces and stuff at the ending.
Yeah, it kind of, I don't know. I think it would have been better had, like, when they go over the cliff?
Yeah.
If they just, like, faded into the darkness?
Yeah.
And not turned into butterflies?
Yeah, that would have been cooler.
Yeah, just kind of, I don't know, it would have just sat a bit better with me.
Yeah, no, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
This, yeah, but anything with James Wan's name attached to it, I'm all for. I think he's
so am I.
He's arguably the best modern horror director.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because the thing is, his stuff can be genuinely scary.
Well, that's what I like about him. You got Eli Roth and stuff. They're all about the exploitation and stuff. Where James Wan, every movie he has, it seems like he's all about just the creep factor.
Yeah. definitely.
And he actually knows how to make stuff creepy, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I think and I think James Wan's choice of music in his movies is better than any other director.
Yeah,
You know
I got to agree.
Like in Conjuring 2, you had that Elvis song that just made it, that was stronger than in number 1. Remember when they're moving in and you have that time of the season?
Yeah,
Playing, dude, just
I
everything
like that
fit
song.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing, and I mean, you get the idea that he had specific songs in mind when he wrote the scenes.
Yeah.
Or when he was directing them, you know. He was like, you know, I want such a thing playing at this point, and it just works, you know.
Yeah, and the thing with that he uses the same composer for all his stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, but what I was saying is I got the Conjuring 1 and 2 vinyl. The sounds that composer makes is eerie, man.
Yeah. Well, hell, I always remember in what was it, the first Insidious?
Oh yeah, that violin sample.
Just when the title comes up, it's like, it's like, oh damn.
Yeah, that's that same dude. The music's like that in The Conjuring too.
Yeah.
Like, you remember when The Conjuring comes up, you hear that loud, it's like that noise or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's become almost like a trope of the horror genre now.
Yeah.
You know, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Now, this next piece of news is probably my favorite piece of news out of the whole thing.
Yep.
You know, it's like I said, I was grasping for news this week. For some reason, it's Halloween, it's October, but there's not a whole lot of news coming out. It's like they said all the news last month, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few things, but, you know, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's definitely been a weird week for that, you know?
Yeah.
Before we go to this thing of news, dude, have you heard anything about this Houses of October Built 2? Like, does that have an actual disc release?
I don't know. I know there is going to be a disc release, but I have no idea when it's going to be.
I wanted to see it for Halloween, but I just can't bring myself to pay money for stuff if I'm going to be buying it on disc, you know.
I know what you mean. You know,
theaters is a different story, but like a video on demand thing, no.
I know.
If I'm going to watch it on my TV, I'd rather just buy it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one thing if it's on Netflix or something,
I don't even like doing that much.
Yeah. See, I don't mind if it's on Netflix, but then I usually, if I like it, I will go and buy a physical copy as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, I won't, like, stream something where you have to pay, like, $4.99 to stream it or whatever.
I've never done that in my entire life.
Me neither. I just won't do it out of principle.
Yeah. But, yeah, that whole Netflix thing's true, though. Like, Creep. I saw it on Netflix for free, but I still had to buy it. It's so good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it took me like 3 years in between, though, to buy it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's one of those things that, you know, I guess you feel there's no rush to pick it up, right?
Yeah.
Because it's on Netflix and everyone watch it.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where I was like, oh, I got to pick it up, but I shrugged it off for years. And then the fact that Creep 2 is coming out, lit the fire under my ass to get it.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, I'll get it now.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen it?
I saw it quite a while back. I remember I really dug it.
Yeah, I love that. It's one of the most original movies I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. But anyways, back to this news thing that I was real excited for.
Yep.
There's 2 parts to it. There's a feature-length fan film called Never Hike Alone that premiered on YouTube this week. Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard a bit about it. It's that new
Friday the 13th fan film.
Yeah,
dude. Supposedly it's badass, dude. Like I haven't heard one negative thing about it.
Well, you know, I have no problem with that whatsoever. You know, I love the idea of fan films.
Oh, I love it too. I'm going to check it out sometime this week because supposedly this was a Kickstarter thing and a lot of people donated.
Yeah.
So supposedly I'm hearing that this movie doesn't look cheap. Like it may be on YouTube, but it looks like it has some actual production in it.
Well, that's cool. I mean, you know, I'm all for fan films, you know, because especially when a fan film is made, you know, it's made, as the name suggests, by fans.
Yeah, so they know exactly what they want.
Yeah.
There's that, and you ain't got to worry about studio heads coming in. Well, the budget, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, then you get, like, studio executives that don't, like, agree with what you're releasing.
Yeah.
And then you end up getting screwed over, like what happened with Midnight Meat Train and stuff like that.
Hey, I still love Midnight Meat Train, though.
I love it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, but it was royally screwed over.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I wish the blood was a little less CGI in that.
That's true. That could have helped.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
But back to the Never Hike Alone, man. Are you going to check it out soon?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's the more horror, the better.
Oh,
you know?
Definitely. Yeah.
So, you know...
I've been on, like, a huge Friday the 13th kick recently.
Yeah, well, apparently it's the longest it's been between Friday the 13th sequels.
Yeah. Now, have you been playing the game more or no?
I have.
Yeah,
and
I love that game.
I tell you what, though, how many times have you gone up against someone with the Part 4 Jason?
Not many.
I have about 3 times.
Is it badass?
And I don't... That is so OP. Seriously, I mean, I've done about 3 or 4 matches, and I kid you not, I don't think any one of them has lasted longer than 10 minutes.
Really?
And it's been like a complete, like everyone has died.
Wow.
You know, maybe it's just who I was playing against, I don't know. But I don't know whether it's just the character that's OP, or whether since you have to be such a high level to unlock it,
yeah.
You're already good.
Yeah, that probably may be it, because it's level 44.
Yeah.
Now are you getting stoked for the single player?
Definitely.
Yeah, what's good is they say it's going to be free.
Yeah, and you're going to be playing as Jason.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
It should be coming soon, man. They've been saying they've been working on it for a while now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it should be coming real soon.
Yeah, I definitely hope so. Speaking of video games, there is some video game news.
What?
Well, for one, Dead by Daylight is getting Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Are you getting the Dead by Daylight?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it because, I mean...
real tempted.
You know, I might wait for a bit of a price drop or for it to go on sale on Xbox Live Gold, you know?
Yeah.
Or something. Because I've heard people say, you know, they've played that, but they play Friday the 13th more.
Friday the 13th's better, they say.
Yeah. That's what I've heard, you know.
But Leatherface and stuff, or not Leatherface, Michael Myers and stuff is tempting, though.
Yeah, well, Michael Myers and Leatherface, he's in there, too.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with him, though, it's for Friday the 13th, if you're Jason, you can see Jason, you know? Like,
yeah.
You see him walking, where this, it's like first person, so all you see is hands, you know?
Yeah, they really need to do something about that.
Yeah, like if I'm playing Michael Myers, I want to see Michael Myers, you know?
Yeah. They need a third-person option.
Yeah.
You know, they really do. A couple of more video game stuff. They're releasing Doom on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't got a Switch, so...
I don't either, but, you know, my whole thing has always been Nintendo's been, like, the kid-friendly system.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that they're releasing Doom.
Yeah. But
And
it's
apparently
not too
they're also going to...
It's not because Nintendo 64 for a while was...
Yeah, that had some stuff.
I played Doom
and,
for that.
Apparently they're also going to release Wolfenstein 2.
Oh, okay.
For the Switch, so that could be interesting.
What, because the new Wolfenstein's coming out?
That's what they're releasing, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
Oh, I thought that was a brand new Wolfenstein.
It is.
See, I don't keep up with the Wolfenstein series.
I know, me neither. I used to play.
So this isn't the second game; it's the second in that series, the Shadow or whatever.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
it's kind of confusing. And one last bit of game news. What is it? EA have decided to close down Visceral Games.
Oh, really? They were
Which
the
is
ones
the company.
Who put out Dead Space, right?
Yeah. So it looks like we're probably never going to get another Dead Space game.
That sucks.
Unless I loved them all. I liked Part 3 as well, and I mean a lot of people didn't like Part 3.
Yeah. Remember Lost Planet? that series that was out a long time ago.
Yeah, the first one was good, and then the rest just kind of fell into the ether, you know? You never heard anything about them. Yeah, I always liked the Dead Space games, though, especially Dead Space 2.
Yeah, I love to. I was there opening night to get it.
Yeah, I liked it just the part where you could go into the ship from part 1.
Yeah, definitely.
I just thought it was so creepy to walk through places where you'd been in the first game, and you knew what happened in the first game.
Yeah, and I like that was basically the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. They should have... they should have released a Thing game.
They did.
No, I mean, Visceral
PS2?
games. Yeah. I remember playing it. I got to the end, and then I couldn't beat it.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I heard it sucked, though.
It wasn't great. It wasn't completely horrible, but,
Yeah, didn't they release it when the remake came out, or something like that?
I think even before that. Yeah, it was all right. It was ultimately kind of forgettable, though.
Yeah.
But I wish, like Visceral Games had released the Thing. If they'd got the license to it, with what they did with Dead Space, they could have done wonders with the Thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, man. So was that the last bit of game news?
Last bit of game news, yeah.
All right, man. Because there's another feature fan film coming to YouTube, I think, this week.
Oh, yeah?
And this one I'm more excited for, man. It's called The Blair Witch Legacy.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's a Blair Witch fan film.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to check them both out,
Yeah, I'm totally up for that. What I think is this: if a studio releases a movie and it doesn't do well, like, because we liked, Blair Witch, but it didn't do well.
Dude, one thing to add about that Blair Witch, bro, I was at Wally World today, Walmart.
Yeah.
And I was digging through the bin, and I don't have Annabelle, so I heard it was in the bin. So I went to go get it before the new one came out on Blu-ray. But anyways, I'm digging around, and I see a copy of the 2016 Blair Witch.
Yeah.
And, I saw, in the sticker it says Blue Bin or whatever. I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, like, that's a shame. Like,
it is.
Like, I feel... every time I look at it, I feel bad, man.
Yeah. I think what they need to do is, like, if you have a big, like, bomb like that, essentially...
Yeah.
Leave it open for fans.
Yeah, dude. It's...
if someone makes a fan film of it, just let it go.
Yeah.
Don't go like like suing them or anything, which a lot of movie studios will do and everything, and like get things taken down and everything. Don't do that. Yeah. In the end, it's going to bring more people back to your movie.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to mess with it.
Yeah, they're not Toho.
Yeah, but this
Toho do that.
Yeah, but the whole Adam Wingard thing.
Yeah.
Did you listen to do you listen to commentaries or no?
All the time. I love commentaries.
Did you listen to the commentary for Blair Witch?
Yeah.
Did you hear at the end when Adam Wingard said, he is hinting at something, and he was like, "Well, you'll never find out."
Yeah.
Because the movie bombed or whatever, but he was serious about it. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, that's kind of messed up, you know what I mean? Like, we pay money to see it in theaters, and then we buy the Blu-ray because we want to hear more. And then, you're saying we can't hear anymore because everybody didn't go out and buy a ticket. Well, it's like, I did go out and buy a ticket, you know what I mean? And then I was
you
there
should
first
maybe be telling us.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, I guess, like, put a video out on YouTube saying, you can't find out the info. If you just type it on YouTube, you got to buy the Blu-ray to find out, something like that. But whatever. I still like Adam Wingard because he made a good film, I thought.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Now I can't speak on the whole Death Note thing. I haven't seen it. He's been getting death threats for it and blah blah blah. But
I don't get it. I mean, I saw the new Death Note movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. It's not the Death Note, from like the anime and the manga and everything. But then again, I think one of the main problems is they used a lot of the same character names and everything as in the original.
Yeah. But
And
they
the
all look
thing is,
completely different.
they look completely different. They have very different personalities and everything. I would have gone another way. I would have, like, the main character, instead of being called like Light like he is in the anime, I'd have called him like Jim or something. I'd have made them completely different characters. You know, don't even reference the ones in the original.
Yeah.
And I think it would have found a bit better hold, because I mean, honestly, Willem Dafoe was awesome in it.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
really have a whole lot of interest in it, man.
Yeah. It's worth seeing, because I mean, there's just a scene near the beginning where it's like the guy's like telling him to like write a name in the book. And he's like, so he does. He writes his like bully's name, and he's like, now write in how you want him to die. So he writes in like decapitation, and it shows it.
Oh, that's badass.
And it's pretty awesome, I got to admit. It's one of the highlights of the movie.
Wow.
I think it's worth seeing. You know? It's entertaining.
Yeah. No, I'll check it out eventually. But that's
yeah.
weird. Adam Wingard's like one directors, though. When he first came out, he was huge. I mean, you know, people were praising You're Next, and when he came out, The Guest was huge, and then his segments in VHS were real good.
Yeah.
Now his name has, like, tarnished, you know?
I know. I think he's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
Everything is either really, really good or really, really bad.
Yeah.
You know, at least by
critics,
like public opinion, if you will. You know, you got people like us. You know, we see a gem for a gem. You know.
Yeah.
You know, we don't throw it under the bus. You know.
I loved his story. I think the best thing he's done is obviously Blair Witch, but after that, his short in VHS 2 with the ghost eye or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember where you could see ghosts?
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, man. But this next piece of news, I guess, that Andres Muschietti or whatever, however you pronounce it, he's his next project's directing Lock and Key.
Yeah.
So is he not directing the new It, or is this why it's having to wait till 2019?
He's directing the new It. From what I know, I don't know whether they're filming like around the same time, or I think maybe he started filming Lock and Key like just around the time it came out.
I don't know. I hope that's not the reason why it's taken all the way. We got to wait a whole nother year is because of Lock and Key. That's going to be really lame, dude.
Yeah, apparently, though, 3 actors from It are now in Lock and Key.
Yeah, well, the main kid, I think, is the one bully who's walking in the sewer with the lighter.
Yeah.
Remember? And he has also a bloodline and stuff. I think he's the main kid.
Well, that's cool. I mean, you know, it'll be interesting to see. I would have preferred him to have finished the second part of it first.
Yeah. You know what I wonder, too? You know, I think a lot of people are real, high on Andres Muschietti right now.
Yeah.
I think, though, it was like what he was working on it, you know what I mean? Pennywise and all that was the drawing force behind that. I think all these studios are going to be putting a lot of stock into Andres Muschietti or whatever. And I don't think they realize. I think it's the movie or the characters that made that movie that good. I don't,
Oh, yeah. Now, I mean, I'm sure
like
the directing had something to do with it.
No, I'm sure it had something to do with it, too, though. But I wouldn't be calling him like a master yet throwing, all this tons of work at him,
Yeah,
Mama it was all right, like I said, but for everyone to be all over his balls like this is a little weird,
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see how his next couple of movies do.
Yeah,
like
because
outside
he
of it.
Theme right now where he uses a lot of CGI, man.
He does, and it kind of is annoying.
Yeah, dude, like the one scene that keeps coming into mind is like in the beginning of It where he bites Georgie's arm.
Yeah.
That CGI looks so ridiculous, man.
See, I can kind of forgive that just because, I
mean, did you see the screen grab of it, though?
Yeah. I can forgive it, though, just because it's a creature that doesn't exist. You know,
Yeah.
like if it's something that doesn't exist, it can look like the CG can sometimes help. Even it makes it like it gives it like an unreal quality.
Yeah.
Where you get sometimes like they'll do CG and it'll just be like a good example is Rogue One, what they did with people's faces and that.
Oh yeah.
Where they CG'd, like Peter Cushing, like over someone's face.
Yeah, and Princess Leia and all that.
Yeah, I got it. I got why they did it. It kind of worked, but it kind of didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that unreality in that situation takes you out of it.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But this next piece of news I have is, I don't know if you read this, but Creep 3 is confirmed to start filming because the director wants to make it a trilogy.
Well, hey, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, the actor who plays him I really enjoy too. But yeah, he said he's going to end at 3. He wants it to be just a trilogy.
That's cool. I like it when like a director chooses to end it.
Yeah, and that means he has an idea for a third one too, which is cool. He probably filming the second one probably sparked the whole thing because there was a lot of time between the first and second one.
Yeah, and I mean, hell, you never know. I mean, with the way Hollywood is and everything, you could even probably do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Film both at the same time and then just wait.
Yeah.
Wait a year and then release the third,
Well, they do that with a lot of stuff, like Hunger Games and Harry Potter and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, hell, a good example also was, what was it? Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They filmed like all that, like all one big long shot.
Did they really?
Yeah, they won they took about like 4 years or whatever and filmed the entire thing, and then put one out every year.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You have it all over in one big swoop or whatever.
It's a good idea, I mean,
because you ain't got to stress about,
Yeah, and especially on like low budget stuff,
Yeah, a lot of time to focus on the effects and everything.
Yeah, and like if you see when in the first part, well, people didn't like this, and this, you can fix what's already there. You don't have to go and reshoot everything.
Yeah.
To address it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have any news before we move on to releases?
Yeah, I got a few things. This year is the 25th anniversary of Candyman.
Yeah, I wonder if we're getting anything cool.
I want a good Blu-ray release.
Yeah. I don't know, something seems weird with it, though. I would have thought if Scream Factory or something could get it.
I know, because, I mean, they got part 2 and everything. Someone needs to. I mean, I have the one from the UK, which is a region-free Blu-ray.
Yeah, I have that same one.
Yeah, it looks good, but damn it, it would have been nice to have had, like, the commentary on it.
Yeah, special features.
Yeah,
I have that Blu-ray too. It's all right.
Yeah.
The thing that's good about it is it's so cheap, man.
That's true.
Like
it's
I had that thing
very cheap
from Amazon for $9.99.
I know, it's awesome. It really is.
I don't like the cover though. The way they font is, like the way they spell Candyman. Like,
yeah,
I know.
Like
it's like scratched in or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that original font.
Yeah. We need a good release of Candyman. It deserves it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, dude. If
I always remember. Yeah. I always remember watching an interview once with Clive Barker, though. This is hilarious, though. And he was talking about Candyman. And he said he was somewhere, and...
Is he a fan or no?
Well, he liked it, Well, of course, he wrote the story, right? So... And this woman comes up to him and is, like, complaining at him about, stealing black culture because of Candyman. And he's like... You do know I invented the character.
Yeah.
I think that shut her up pretty quick. So yeah, there's that. Also, we've lost Umberto Lenzi this week.
Yeah.
That's a shame, I mean, I actually prefer Cannibal Ferox to Cannibal Holocaust.
No, so do I.
It's weird though. Cannibal Holocaust is the better movie,
Yeah, but
but
Cannibal Ferox to me is more entertaining.
yeah, so that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I hate to say, I don't have a whole lot of movies by him.
Well, me neither. I mean, I have Cannibal Ferox, and I think I have Nightmare City somewhere,
Yeah.
maybe on DVD or something. It's still a shame though.
Yeah, losing all big ones.
Yeah.
Clive
Now we
Barker,
also
I think, or actually, I think John Carpenter's getting old, but Clive Barker's had lung cancer and stuff like that. So
Clive Barker he was in a coma for quite a while
yeah,
after surgery on his teeth.
yeah, so I don't know how much longer he has.
I hope he's got years and years and years.
Yeah, I mean, I wish he'd make another movie though. I wish someone would. I don't
Yeah,
think he wants to, but I wish someone would like Blumhouse would like float him the idea or something.
yeah. Just say here,
Do something cool.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just there you go. Another part of news is Warner Brothers is retitling the movie Meg, which is a killer shark movie, giant shark movie.
Is that thing's been coming out for like years and years? Like what?
Yeah, it's a great book, and I really looking forward to the movie. But they've changed the name to The Meg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess they're going the Predator route by calling it The Predator.
I guess so. I mean, someone in one of the comments I saw said, "Oh yeah, this is going to be a great hit. Like here, it worked for The Jaws." Oh wait.
Oh yeah.
Just call it Meg. Call it for what it is. That's what people know it as.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. A couple of other things here. We got the El Rey Network is going to be airing the show Crow's Blood. It's a Japanese like horror type thing. It looks to be 6 episodes.
I'll check it out.
It looks to be really gory from what I'm seeing.
You'll have to check out a trailer if it's Asian horror.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it could definitely be pretty good. Yeah, and last up we got. Have you seen the trailer for the New Mutants?
Yeah. It looks really horror though.
Yeah, and apparently the plan is to make a trilogy of movies. Each is going to be a horror film, and each in a different subgenre.
Wow.
So, like, the first one is going to be, let's see what it says here. The first one is going to be Rubber Reality, like a supernatural horror movie. And then the next one's going to be something completely different, and then the third's going to be something completely different.
Wow. And they're all going to be New Mutant movies?
Yeah. And so, but I like the fact that they're going with, like, the horror element, because it's something, like superhero type stuff and horror you don't really see mix very often.
Yeah, that's weird.
And it's something that, when you think about it, really, you got these people with powers. Well, look at something like Chronicle.
Yeah.
That kind of proves, like, the twistedness you can go with.
Yeah, I like Chronicle.
Yeah, that's a fun movie. So, I'm all up for it if they go dark and, scary.
Yeah.
And go horror the way it needs to be,
Definitely.
It could be some good stuff, definitely. Well, that's it for my news.
All right, man. Yeah, like I said, it's been a slow week for news.
Yeah.
But so for releases, like I said, I'm narrowing it down now to monthly releases.
Yeah.
But the one that came out on the 17th that looks really cool called Clowntergeist.
Yeah, I saw that and I remember thinking like that could either be really awesome or really bad.
I'm gonna get it. It looks cool. The trailer actually looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, it could definitely be worth it.
Yeah.
If it's good, I hope it is.
So that's out now. Stranger Things season 1 is finally out for the people that want to get that because I know people have been tripping about that.
Yep, I'm definitely going to pick it up.
Yeah, but people listen, there's Target exclusive. Comes in like a VHS vintage big box and stuff. And I think the discs, when you open it, the actual inside, like a VHS tape thing, comes out of the actual box. And I think the discs are inside the like a VHS tape.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. But that's out now. Rawhead Rex 4K transfer just released this week. People have been tripping about that too.
I'm still waiting for that to come through. It's been shipped. I just gotta wait for it to come through.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up for sure, and I'm gonna do it as quick as possible because I don't want to miss out on that slipcover.
Yeah, it's a cool slipcover. It really is.
But I don't know if you saw this too. Amityville Awakening is having a theatrical date for the 28th.
Well, you know what? I saw it on Google Play. I enjoyed it. I think, if people are even slightly interested, they should go see it.
Yeah, it's actually good.
It's pretty decent. It's not great. I mean, there's certain... I'll just say this. There's certain... How can I describe it? The mother in the movie doesn't give information that if she'd given would have had a completely different outcome. Huh. The mother never tells the kids there's something's up with the house. Maybe if she had, they'd have been like on the lookout for stuff.
Wow. Did you actually see Jody in it? Because I remember like 2 years ago in like Horror Hound, they were showing masks, and it showed a Jody mask from Amityville The Awakening.
I didn't see it. Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe I looked away when it was on screen or something, but I didn't see anything. Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. But there's some genuinely kind of creepy effects in that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Do they still talk about the Indian burial ground and all that?
They have some basic references to, like, the original, like, the DeFeo murders.
Yeah.
And to the first movie, which is a thing in this movie.
The movie actually exists in this movie?
Yeah. Like, the girl's friend or whatever brings the movie over and they watch it in the house at like 3:15 in the morning.
Wow. That's weird.
Yeah. It's interesting, it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely going to pick it up. Maybe if it plays near here, I'll see it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The next release is Dreaming Purple Neon comes out.
Okay. That's from Unearthed, right?
Yeah. It's a Florida director. The name's escaping me right now.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
But yeah, he's from Tampa and stuff. So that's always cool representing Florida.
Yeah, you guys get some interesting filmmakers down there.
Yeah. This I think this is from the director of the guy who made Chaos AD.
Oh, that's cool.
So Chaos AD was all right, so I'll check this out. It's Florida, got to represent.
Yeah.
And the next release is Killjoy's Psycho Circus. So this is finally getting a release.
Yeah.
I actually dig the Killjoy movies, man. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I've seen the first 3.
They get better with every sequel.
They do. I kind of dig them. The
first one is complete awful, though. Like, terrible.
It is. I mean, the first one is, kind of like the less said about that, the better.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. From part 2 up, they started getting better.
Yeah. But the next one is a Christmas movie that a lot of people are talking about called Red Christmas.
I've heard about it
and stuff, and
yeah, I've heard about it, but I haven't seen anything really. I think it looks decent.
Yeah, I'll check it out if it's cheap enough.
Yeah.
The next release that's out now is Summer of Fear, and that's a Wes Craven made-for-TV movie with Linda Blair.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean...
I've never heard of it till this thing got released. I like Linda Blair and Wes Craven, so...
Yeah, it could be good. It might not be. You never know.
I have a feeling it won't be, but still, it's cool to still have it.
Yeah.
And it's made for TV, too. I always like made for TV.
Yeah.
And then
stuff's fun.
I think this is my last release. Yeah. Like I said, it's a short week, man. My last release is... they're coming out with a new Alfred Hitchcock collection.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be cheaper than the old one, because the other one was real expensive.
Yeah.
But I'll pick that up because I know I'm ashamed to say it as a horror collector, but I don't have a whole lot of Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, I've got a small amount, What I found is you can get them from Britain really cheap
Yeah.
on Blu-ray, and you get good quality discs and everything. And you can get them for I got a 3-pack of Dial M for Murder, North by Northwest, and something else. I can't remember what the other one was. Strangers on a Train, and I got it for about $6.
Wow. You know what I'd rather collect though is the show.
The show was interesting.
Yeah, I actually dig the show.
Yeah, it was a definite. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It was a thing unto itself,
Yeah. But
yeah.
You got any releases or no?
All I've got is just one coming out December 5th, so it's a bit far away, but it's something people should know, and that's the Amicus collection from Severin.
Severin's releasing this?
Yeah, it's going to be limited to 3,500 copies.
And does it tell you what movie's coming in?
Yeah, it got Asylum, and Now the Screaming Starts, The Beast Must Die, and The Vault of Amicus, and additional special features. And it also comes with a T-shirt, a book, 4 enamel pins, and a picture frame.
Okay. That's a weird list of merch to include.
It is definitely.
A picture. I'm a big dude though, so
yeah.
Shirts piss me off because they never have my size when they're.
I know they always send them in like here you go, a
XL's
large shirt.
The only one.
I know, and you're like, dude, really? Yeah. I always think it'd be worth sometimes if you get one that comes with like a really good picture on it or something,
to hang it.
Yeah, frame it.
Yeah.
If it's a really cool picture, Yeah, this seems like an interesting set. I mean, I was never the hugest Amicus fan.
I haven't seen really anything except the Tales from the Crypt stuff.
Yeah, I saw The Beast Must Die, and that was okay.
I wanted to see that in Now the Screaming Starts, and I always heard that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I always like because they're big with anthology films.
Yeah, they were always, sort of like the number one for the anthology stuff. So yeah, I don't even have a price for this or anything. So we'll see when it comes out how much it's going to be and everything. It'd be cool if it wasn't too much, but a Severin release limited to 3,500. I'm thinking it's going to have a bit of a high dollar.
I don't think in America it will be. I mean, Severin stuff is usually under 20, and some of the other stuff is limited.
Yeah.
Mostly it's limited slip covers, though.
Yeah.
You sure that's not what this is? Is a limited slip cover?
No, it's showing a box, like a proper hard chipboard box.
Okay.
With a painted looking cover. It looks really kind of cool. I'll send you the link so you can see it. It definitely looks quite interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like I said, it all depends on the price. Yeah, I've sent you the link. It looks pretty good, I got to admit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I do like that cover.
Yeah, I like painted covers like that. I think they're just kind of classy looking,
Yeah. All right, man. But what other releases you got?
That's pretty much it. I mean, we got it coming out in December sometime.
Yeah.
One thing that people should maybe know, if you go to Amazon.com, The Wailing is now $9.99 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my favorite movies of the year that came out.
I love that movie. It was really good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else.
All right, man. Yeah, like I said, it's been a really short week. Kind of disappointing how short and uneventful it's been. as
Yeah.
far as releases and stuff goes. It must be that they did all their heavy hitter stuff before Halloween.
Yeah, and I
And
don't
they're
know,
giving everyone a
unless
break maybe for October.
usually they kind of go the other way,
I
don't they?
know, it's weird. Scream Factory and stuff usually goes off the chain for October.
Yeah, we'll see what happens like next week.
Yeah, I have a
You
feeling
know.
this week. I mean, today's Friday,
Yeah,
right?
Saturday.
It's
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, yeah, I think since today's Saturday, I think starting Monday through Friday will be a lot of news. You know,
Yeah.
our next episode, this one's going to be a lot shorter than normal. I think
Yeah.
our next episode is going to be a lot longer than normal, though.
I would think so. I
We
mean,
got
the sheer
8
amount.
We got 8 films we got to review, and then
Yeah.
I have a strong feeling there's going to be some good news coming out this week.
Yeah.
And then the cool thing is too, since we're recording our next episode on the 27th or whatever the day after it comes out,
Yeah.
our releases will be all for November.
Yeah.
So
That'll be
sick.
good.
All right, man. So we're gonna get to our 2 featured reviews here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we were just kind of looking for a show, you know, a little fill-in show to tide us over for the Saw.
Yeah.
So we decided to do the 2 Scream Factory original movies.
Yep.
And the first one was Fender Bender.
Yeah.
Now, when this came out, I didn't know what to think of it, but I remember I rushed to Best Buy and got it.
Yeah.
The fact that Scream Factory was coming out with an original movie, I always thought that like those would be better to collect because I feel like people wouldn't buy those that much because
I know what you mean. Yeah.
like, you know, with Scream Factory they want, you know, Army of Darkness, stuff like that. I feel
Yeah.
like when stuff like this comes out, there's less people that buy it. So to me, I feel like it'd be more collectible.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. I mean, Scream Factory's always kind of been known for like the catalog stuff, right?
Yeah. That's why I love their idea of original movies. Because for a while they were doing, wasn't it they were collaborating with Chiller? And they were releasing like Animal and Dark Hall and stuff like that. But those were like premiering on Chiller first, so you couldn't technically call them a Scream Factory original movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But before we get into the review of this thing, one thing I want to point out, did you have the slipcover?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Dude, doesn't it piss you off the slipcover looks awful, but the reverse cover art looks beautiful, dude?
Yeah, I'd have put the reverse cover art as the main cover art.
I know, and then made the reverse cover art the art they used for the slipcover.
Yeah, it's like someone, I think, maybe switched.
They messed up with that, man, because
definitely
the reversible cover art it's like the equivalent of their special editions.
Yeah, yeah. All like painted looking and stuff.
Yeah, I hate that about the cover of that.
It's the standard cover is just so generic, and like, 12-year-old with Photoshop could do that.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking doing that.
And then you got like the alternate like painted cover, which is just awesome.
I know, and yeah, it's crazy, man. It bugs me every time I pull that thing off the shelf. You see that awful cover, and then you take the slip off, and you see like a Fright Rags quality, print.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
What'd you think, before we get into details, what'd you think of the overall opinion of this movie?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was something, kind of unique.
Yeah, man.
I just loved the idea, because, I mean, until you watch the movie, you never really think about it, but if you get in a car accident, you give people everything.
Yeah.
You give them all your information.
Isn't it crazy no one thought of that idea for a movie yet?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, when you think of it, it's a genuinely creepy thing, that all this person has done is like run in the back of you or whatever, and you almost like tell them your life story.
Yeah, man.
It's really kind of disturbing.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. This it was bizarre to me that no one has done this whole setup yet, but let me ask, did the killer remind you of Carrie Elwes a little bit?
He did completely. I had to do a double take. Sometimes I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you remind me a lot of them. But one thing I love the intro to this movie. With
oh yeah,
it has that chick from Longmire or whatever. And
yeah.
She like wakes up or whatever, and remember, dude, she's trying to get out the window, and Homeboy just goes behind. Dude, that was badass.
Yeah, that was, and I mean, it was one of those scenes just essentially showed you like we're not screwing around here.
Yeah.
You know.
One thing I want to point out too about this is the score. Like it has like a John Carpenter sounding score to it, like a pulsing kind of synthy score.
Yeah.
That I liked, and I love too how when you see like in the beginning, you know, you see the intro, then you get familiar with the main character. I like how it starts pretty quickly, like right when the parents leave, you see that car creeping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the car looked menacing, man. Like, the way that...
It did. It's, you know, very few movies I find can properly, you know, do that. Like, The Car did it, Christine did it, you know, and maybe the original Jeepers Creepers did it.
Yeah, that car was menacing.
But, you know, it's really difficult to make a car menacing, like an inanimate object really menacing.
Yeah.
But they managed to do it.
Yeah, dude. It's,
yeah.
You know, I really... This movie I thought was awesome, man. Like, I love the way the killer's suit looked.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a gimp suit, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, dude, did you think his weapon was corny as hell, though?
Yes. Yes, I did. I mean... Like, I didn't understand the need for it to telescope.
Yeah, I wish it was just a regular knife, man. Like, why does it need to be what was it, a door handle?
I have no clue. Honestly, at first I thought it was like one of those things for taking your tires off.
Yeah.
A jack handle or whatever. I don't know.
It's like a big brick and like a blade cut. Dude, I don't know what they were thinking with that weapon.
I don't know. I mean...
I think he's holding like a door handle, like you'd open a car door.
Yeah.
It looks like someone just sawed out a door handle of a car.
Yeah. It's... I don't know. It's almost like... do you ever remember that movie, Sorority Row?
Yeah, I actually dig that movie.
I dig it too, but it's the same sort of thing there, like where the weapon is like...
it was like a cross blade or what? It looked like a tire jack, yeah.
It was like a tire jack, but like someone had like slapped a knife on the end or something. Yeah. It was unnecessary. You know, a knife would have done just all around better.
To me, that didn't look as goofy as this killer's weapon, though.
That's true. Well, this looked like something, I don't know, like you've been watching too much Assassin's Creed or something. Like, I need some kind of flicking arm weapon.
Yeah, it did.
This will do.
It did look like I was Assassin's Creed, but the thing that I didn't understand about it, it like, you know, it like goes back in and everything. It's like, dude, who are you hiding it from? I mean,
yeah,
you're a killer, you know, breaking into this house. You really need to conceal the blade. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I didn't get that. One thing though that I really liked about this movie, and it's something you used to see a lot of in the '80s. Essentially the corpses as decoration.
In what scene? Like what?
You know, like where the girl's running around, she runs outside, and like her ex-boyfriend, whatever, is like hung up on the fence.
Yeah.
And then her other friend is like stuck like on something else and everything. That's something they used to do in the '80s in horror movies, and I always liked. You know, like the idea that like not only have they killed these people, they've taken them and then are using them as like psychological warfare.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a really neat thing.
Yeah,
that
you know that
kind of disappeared.
That bleeds into Jackals too. But we'll get in there in a second. But yeah, dude, like, what'd you think of it just being all contained in the one house?
I loved that. I thought it was good and claustrophobic, and you know. I still wonder, I sent you a message about this. I still wonder, though, whether the killer isn't doing everything for gas money.
What made you think that, or what made you...
Well, I noticed, like, kind of like at the beginning, right part, like after he'd killed the girl, he went and he got gas, and then he went somewhere else. And after he killed the people in the movie...
Yeah. He just goes driving out, or whatever.
He took the money from their purse or whatever. He went through it and saw that it was like 37.26 or whatever. And then he went driving, and then he got gas and gave them exactly 31.26, exactly the amount that he took. And then he drove, and then at the end he's getting low on gas, so he pulls off almost as if, like, well, got to get some more gas money.
Wow, yeah.
So I wonder, is he totally doing this just for gas money?
Wow. Did you watch the commentary on this thing?
No, I was going to, but...
I wonder if he says anything about it, because I haven't watched the commentary either.
Yeah, I should maybe give that a watch. Yeah, because it just hit me right at the end. I was like, has he done all of this for gas money?
It would make sense.
It would, in like a crazy kind of way.
No, I didn't mean like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you need gas money. No, but
yeah.
No, but I mean, it would make sense in the movie, though.
Yeah. And I just love that part also, though, when she gets in his car at the end.
Yeah.
And sees all the driver's licenses.
That was eerie, man.
Because that was like, like he hasn't just done this once or twice. He's done this like 15 or 20 times.
Yeah, I like that scene.
And obviously no one is realizing.
Yeah, this, I love that this is like an 80s throwback, man. Like, the plot's about as simple as it can get.
Oh, yeah.
And then
definitely.
You know what else I realized, too? The plot of it,
mm-hmm.
or not the plot, the pacing is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
You're dealing with this one chick for, like, once you start to feel it in, it's been the same chick forever. 3 or 2 friends come over,
Yeah.
And then at that point, there's only like a half hour left, so the rest, like, breezes by. I like that. And, the scene where she first escapes and gets out the house and, he's outside chasing her with the car? Like,
yeah.
It's genuinely intense, man.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I guess also the fact, like, you're going after someone with a car.
Yeah.
They're not in a car. Like, you are in a car. And it's kind of like, there's something in your brain that just kind of sees it for what it is, that he's essentially just playing with her.
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, at that point, he could have just run her over.
Yeah. The dude, though, the killer, it's like, I don't know if I really like the guy's performance, or if I'm talking about as not dressed up as a killer, but actually because it's like, I don't know, there's something about him. Like, this movie felt really low budget, I guess. It's like, I don't know, there's something about it, man. Like, everything seemed really cheap, and like, you could tell the budget was small because the locations are so limited.
Yeah.
But it's still, I find this, I think I got this for like $14 or whatever when it came out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at that price, you can't complain.
Yeah, it's better than half the stuff Scream Factory comes out anyways. In my opinion. It's a shame this thing doesn't get more love. Like, I never hear anybody talk about this movie.
No, this has sequel potential written all over it.
How do you think it'll ever happen, or no?
I think it probably won't.
Yeah.
What I think would be neat, though, is if you do like another like Scream Factory original sometime, and you just like see that car pull up somewhere and him get out and go in and buy some gas somewhere.
Like an Easter egg?
Yeah, how awesome would that be?
Yeah, driving
just
down,
something
you see him talking to a girl in the background.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Like, we've seen the first one. We know what's happening here. Like, other people may not, if they haven't seen the movie. But, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, dude. I hope they do, but I don't think they will either.
Yeah, I hope, they just think, what the hell, we'll give it another go.
Yeah. Now,
because it's an interesting idea.
Yeah, I hope they, I don't know how well Jackals did. For some reason, I don't think it did too well. Because I didn't really hear that many people talking about it at all.
I heard, like, kind of, whenever I go, like, on YouTube, whatever, I do the rounds, I check, like, what Moods is watching, I check other people, and, the people that I, like, not know, but the people that I check, they all seem to like it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it got, like, a huge like, I think most people, if you say Jackals, will think about the dog.
Yeah. And what's weird, too, is a lot of places didn't have it. Like I said, when Fender Bender came out, I was able to get the Blu-ray at Best Buy and everything. I can't find the Blu-ray anywhere. I had to get it on DVD.
Yeah, I was able to get the Blu-ray. I got it at Walmart, actually.
Yeah, our Walmart only has the DVD of it.
Yeah, now it's all just DVD that you see.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucked. I wanted it on Blu-ray, but I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I still got a slipcover or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
But, yeah, before we move on to Jackals, I want to say the ending of Fender Bender I love. Like, those are my favorite kind of endings. Are just those doomy gloom endings where you know it doesn't work out for the main person, and I don't know why I've always loved those endings.
Yeah, and then you just realize, like, you know, he's gonna do it again.
Oh yeah, and
he's gonna keep doing it until someone stops him.
Yeah, dude, I love those endings. That's why I've always loved Tales from the Crypt and stuff. I love downer endings.
Well, I find, especially with horror movies, downer endings seem to work better a lot of the time because it's true to what they've been showing you all the time, you know?
Well, that and it's more realistic, man, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. No, but you know what I mean? Like, if you have a movie where, like, you know, 90% of the people get, like, slaughtered.
Yeah.
By the end, the people that survive are going to be messed up.
Oh, definitely.
You know? Even if somehow they manage to kill the killer or whatever, you know, it's not a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still going to end up...
Oh, there's still a lot of bloodshed.
Yeah, you know, and it's this sort of thing, and a lot of the time I find sometimes they'll throw a happy ending on, and it'll feel tacked on.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
I hate forced happy endings, man. Like I said, there's something about it. I love the feeling, like, you know, when the credits start rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Just, you know, you just have that evil feeling because it's just like,
oh, yeah.
You know, like, damn, everything. I love that, man. Like, the ending
well,
with
what
this,
I love...
when you see him just talking to the chick, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. What I love are endings that, like when you look at the ending of American Guinea Pig, Bouquet of Guts and Gore.
Yeah.
Where that ending comes up, and then the movie ends, and you're just there, and, like, your jaw is hanging open.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, did I just see that? Like, is something, like, is this really gonna, like, continue from here? Like, is this what's gonna happen to these people? You know?
Yeah.
Those endings are fun. They really are.
Yeah, man. I think that's why Tales from the Crypt and Goosebumps and all that stuff did so good, because they always have those downers.
Yeah.
But what would you rate Fender Bender on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. It's entertaining. It's over so quick. I mean, it's a breeze, man, so it's perfect.
It is.
You know, for a rainy day or whatever, it's perfect.
Definitely just throw that on. Fun stuff.
Yeah, man. So now we're on to Jackals, which just came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this is the second Scream Factory original movie. And I didn't hear much about this probably till like a month before this came out.
Yeah.
And
honestly, everything I heard was word of mouth.
Yeah, dude. It was
stuff.
What I find bizarre, man, is like on the cover and everything, they're like, oh, from the director of Saw, the final chapter. In some other movie, you're like, yeah, both those movies kind of suck, though. You know what I mean? Like, like they name check him like we're supposed to know who he is and all that. I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
But anyways, I want to say the intro to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, man.
I really enjoyed it as well, but I thought it was out of place.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed with both these movies. They have really strong intros, you know.
Yeah.
That kind of sets you up for what's about to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there are two things in this movie that I didn't like, really, and it's not that they were bad scenes or anything. It's just I found they didn't fit, and one was the opening scene.
Yeah.
And one was the ending scene.
Why didn't you think the beginning scene fit?
Excuse me again. I found the beginning didn't fit because, like, well, for anyone that hasn't seen it, spoilers ahead. some guy comes back to his house and like kills all his family and everything, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you never figure out who that character is, and he's never referenced again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I get why. I get why they did it.
Showing the cult
like
what they're capable of.
yeah, yeah. But I would have started that movie with the two guys driving in the car, and the other guys coming and abducting them.
Yeah.
Abducting the guy, and I would have started it right there, and you wouldn't know. It would have been like, are these the good guys? Are these the bad guys? Like, what's going on? We don't know. I would have started it there.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. I still enjoyed it.
It was a great scene. I just wish it had been somewhere else in the movie.
Yeah. And this,
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe done something like, the guy that was in the car with him.
Yeah.
Maybe make it that it was him, and like that they were on their way to do that.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like that was gonna then. So the rest of the cult or whatever, they went and did that before they came back to get the guy.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if maybe they did explain it or something, and maybe we just missed it or something.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it just seemed so. It was an awesome scene. It really was, but it just seemed out of place.
Yeah. Did this movie have a feel of the void to you, kind of?
It did.
Like them just standing outside the thing, waiting and all that. And...
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Yeah, but I want to say I like the set. It had an original setup. As far as I could think, I don't think I've ever seen a movie where they're trying to like cult deprogrammer.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever seen, even remotely similar, was an old episode of The Outer Limits.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. So to me, this idea was completely original.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really neat idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure people like that exist too, deprogrammers or...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do. I think all around, like, it's a really solid idea, and it's something that they could definitely work more with.
Yeah. Now let's talk about how wasted Steven Dorff was. Like, dude, what was the point of him in it? You know what I mean?
They should have kept him in.
Big role.
Yeah, he should have been in it a lot more. He should have been in right to the end.
I know, man. Like, dude, he goes out. You think he presents himself as this badass, and the way they set him up, he's like an ex-Marine and all that.
Yeah, and he goes out like a bitch.
I know.
He really does.
It's like he goes out and all this, dude. I gotta say though, that chick that lures him out, looked like a stranger's mask or something.
Yeah,
dude, that was kind of creepy, man.
That was. There's something about that type of mask.
Yeah. It's
just kind of like off-putting.
Yeah. But that whole thing, and then when you see him again, he's all strung up. That was pretty cool. But like I said, I kept getting vibes of the Void watching this. Because even the blue tints in the background and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
But I like that this, too. This must have had a similar budget to Fender Bender.
Yeah.
I mean, this was contained, too.
Yeah.
And did you love...
I mean...
Huh?
Go on.
What did you think of the masks, though? They had
I thought masks I thought they were really cool. And, I thought it was just an all-around, like, unique look.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of, like, all these people, like, and they're all wearing these masks.
Yeah.
I just thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And, yeah, dude, this movie, too, I thought it was a little slower than Fender Bender.
It was.
Yeah, and...
It was.
And I gotta say, too, what I really... Before that, the dad... What else has he played in?
I don't know. I know him from something.
Yeah, I've seen him in something, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna check.
Yeah, he's from something I've seen. But I gotta say, the actor who played the cult member, I really liked his performance, man. Like, when you see his baby mama and holding the baby.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so, like, mild to her, though.
Yeah, you definitely,
I mean, he's saying he wants to straight up kill the baby and stuff, dude. That's what takes me out of it, too, because the chick, the girlfriend, still standing there trying to reason with him. It's like, look, You know, if you're the father of your baby saying he's gonna kill the kid and all this and that, and it's like, I think it's a lost cause at that point. I mean,
yeah, I'm taking a look right now. I can't find who he was, like what else he played in, unless this is him. Hold on.
I know he's played stuff. Like he almost looks like the dude who played. He almost looks like the guy who played Charles Manson in Helter Skelter.
He does have that kind of look. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up after this episode.
Yeah. It was an all around. It was a good movie though.
Yeah, it was. I did really like it, but I give Fender Bender the slight edge.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Fender Bender was pretty much like there aren't any scenes in Fender Bender that I felt were like just tacked on or anything.
Yeah.
Where there's a couple in Jackals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not even really tacked on. Since we're at this point, I'll go into my second sort of problem with it, and that's the ending.
Yeah, dude. When we're doing main reviews, that's all spoilers, so you ain't got to worry about that.
You know, the part where essentially the mother gets killed, the father gets killed, the brother's like hung up on a thing.
Yeah. Oh, I love the brother. None of them can save him. I love that.
I loved all that, but what I would have liked is just one little difference.
What?
Well, two. One, I would have had Steven Dorff out there, still alive, but like really badly injured, but tied up as well.
Yeah.
I would have had all four of them alive.
Right.
I would have had the guy come out, walk over to the cult, and I would have had the cult kneel before him.
Oh yeah, that would have been sick.
I would have had it that
so they had the leader the whole time, and that's why they're like, oh, they're coming for me.
Yeah, and also the reason why they couldn't like deprogram him or whatever is he's not brainwashed.
Yeah.
He was the one doing the brainwashing.
Well, dude, you never know. They left this movie so up in the air. Like, it just ends, you know what I mean? Like,
I know. It seems to end a little bit like they ran out of money right at the end and just...
Yeah, I know. But I do like it. I mean, it falls into that doomy, ending.
Yeah.
Because they get away, you figured... Yeah, this one I don't think is going to get a sequel either, but... it seems like if they keep on going this formula, dude, they're going to have so many movies that people are going to want sequels to,
Yeah,
that may be their plan, though, you know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of cool. I just learned something interesting. The director of this, Kevin Gruert, he's actually editing the new Jigsaw.
Really?
Yeah. He made his featured debut with Saw 6.
Yeah.
Then he was going to direct Paranormal Activity 2, but he was forced to give it up and do Saw 3D.
Yeah, I know on the cover it's Saw the 3D, and there's another movie they mentioned.
Yeah, let's see here.
And it was something that was kind of forgettable, like nothing that was like...
Okay, he edited The Strangers.
It was The Strangers, yeah, that was on the cover.
Yeah. He edited The Strangers, Room 6, and Journey to the End of the Night. He was also the editor of the Saw film series for the first 5 films.
Isn't that weird, though, that it's from the guy from The Strangers, and it almost has a really similar feel to it?
Yeah, it's
Same
almost
mask,
as if,
too.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
It's almost as if, it was like he had like a fun time doing that, so here, make your own,
Yeah, that's I gotta say, I don't like the title of this movie, though.
Jackals?
Yeah, I don't like the way the font looks either. They put like a anarchy sign and stuff. There's nothing like anarchy about, you know what I mean? It's just, the title and the font don't match because this is a dark movie if you think about it, man,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like, I don't really even know how to describe that font. It's kind of...
It looks like it should be on like a punk CD or something,
Yeah.
But
yeah, it does.
This movie, do you feel like this should have been more bloody and brutal, though? Like, the movie was good, but for this kind of story, like, The Void was perfect amount of gore and stuff like that, where I feel like a story like this, you know, it's a more underground cult type thing, retrieving a member. It's like, you know, this cult should have went in and just been savage with it, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially, like, with, like, the brother.
Oh, yeah. That's
one thing I
treated him as pretty savage, though. You know, the family's all out there or whatever, but...
Yeah. One thing I really liked is when the guy's tied up and he's like, his brother's being a dick to him because that's how he is. Yeah. And he's like when they get there, like, they're going to skin you alive. I wish they'd done that.
Yeah.
I wish, you know, it had been like that wasn't just him. That wasn't like a threat. That was like almost like a warning.
Yeah.
To say, yeah, they're gonna, you know.
Dude, one thing too about this movie, did you like their like it was like a call almost?
Oh, that like the like
thing.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, you just hear all the
wolves. It was interesting. Yeah.
And like at first they don't show you it's the cult doing that.
No, you think at first maybe it's literally like
but then you see him tied in the chair start doing it.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh.
Dude, and then he bites a chunk out of wasn't it the mom's head or something?
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, that
was a good scene.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, man, it's weird. The parents barely get any development whatsoever. Like,
yeah.
That's the thing about this. Yeah, Fender Bender was just better, man. I feel like I had better characters, better everything. But I still give this. What would you rate this movie out of a 1 to 10?
I'd give this about maybe like 6.5.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6.5, 7 too. Like, it was better than average. I totally don't regret paying $10 for it. I mean,
at that price, you know.
I'll buy
10,
anything.
$15. That's worth it, you know?
Yeah, I'll buy anything Scream Factory original.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's cool to have. You know, I'll watch it again eventually. It's nothing it's not so bad like I'll never watch it again. Like, I enjoyed it enough to where probably next year or something I'll pop it in.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
I mean,
you know, with like franchises, like if there's a new, say, Chucky, for example, you know, I always got to watch all the Chucky movies again before I watch the new sequel. Like, this is one of those things, like, say in 2 or 3 years, Scream Factory releases another original movie. I'll watch Fender Bender and Jackals again before watching the new one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a fun little flick. You know, I would have liked to have seen, you know, maybe give it a bit more of a budget.
Yeah. That's the thing. You see the cheapness in the sets with both of these movies.
Yeah.
You know, because there's parts in Fender Bender, like when you're roaming around the house, just the whole set of the house looks cheap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's the lighting or what it is, but there's a cheapness to it. Where Jackals didn't feel cheap to me, but it just didn't. It was lacking like effects or something. I don't know what it was, but it just didn't have enough gore stuff going on for a story like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
And like, if you think about it, not a lot happens in Jackals.
No.
Like, they kind of just stand outside and like look menacing, and you know, kids tied up, and you know, he's talking all this trash to the family, and then the end. It's kind of like really all that happens.
Yeah, it is really. You know, it is what it is, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, did you like it enough to be stoked for like another Scream Factory release?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. I'm interested to see what they do next.
Yeah.
You know, because if this is any indication, at least, you know, they certainly know, you know, what we want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They may not always do it like enough.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, but it works.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, a bit bigger of a budget.
Definitely.
You know, and maybe another run through the editor just to tighten everything up, and I think it would have been. I think it could have easily been like a really solid high level. Yeah.
Now let me ask you, if say they came up to you and said, "We'll give you this X amount of money," which one would you rather see a sequel to? Would you put the money towards Fender Bender or Jackals?
I'd put towards Fender Bender.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. I mean, there's just so much potential.
Yeah.
With that story. I mean, the thing with Jackals is, the thing is really with any home invasion movie, how do you do a sequel to a home invasion movie, really?
Just a different house or whatever.
I know, but then it's just the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that goes down because Strangers 2 comes out.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that title though.
What's the subtitle?
I'll check.
I know it has that Bailey chick from like those comedies that were out,
Yeah. Here, Strangers Pray at Night.
To me, it really didn't even need a subtitle.
No, just could have called it Strangers 2. It would have been enough.
Yeah.
We'll see when it comes out. I mean, the first one was so good.
Oh, I want to watch it again so bad, and I passed by the original Blu-rays in the bin at Walmart and everything all the time.
Oh yeah, and it's it's a pretty good Blu-ray, honestly.
I want to pick it up so bad because I just want to watch it. It's been years, but I'm still holding out for that Scream Factory.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a lot of good with it.
What are you expecting the cover to look like?
I'm expecting the standard cover,
Well, that's gonna be the reverse, but it's a collector's edition.
Yeah. For the collectors, I'm expecting like a painted, like Drew Struzan style
of all the masks and everything.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
Like Liv Tyler cowering or something. And
you know what I think would make a perfect cover for that? Do you remember that scene where you see Liv Tyler looking out a window, I think, and the guy's just in the background?
Oh, I love that.
And he's just come out of the darkness. He's just kind of like looking at her. That would make an awesome painted.
Oh yeah.
Poster.
Yeah, man. There's so many creepy scenes in that movie.
They are.
Like just the sound of the chick where you hear the knock in, and it was, I don't remember the name, Anna. Like, is Anna home?
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Yeah, man.
Every party in that movie says, like, just lock the doors and.
Yeah, dude, that movie.
And
then she goes like that house to radio for help. Remember the mom is like in like a Betty Boop type mask or something?
Yeah.
She comes hauling ass, dude. Bashes the radio in.
Yeah.
Dude, that was when I first saw that movie, dude, I was like genuinely freaked out by it.
It is a really creepy movie simply because, it's something that happens.
Oh, definitely. I found it more freakier than Halloween,
Yeah.
And it's genuinely the same thing. I mean, Michael Myers stalks you and hides in the shadow. This is the same, but it's just creepier, dude, just because, I don't know.
Well, I think also, it's the fact that, like, there's 3 of these people.
And they're just average Joe people. They're not, like, escaped mental patients. They're just...
Yeah. You always think, like, with Michael Myers, like, in theory, you could get away.
Yeah. Are you hoping with this new Strangers, are you hoping they explain to you who these people are, or do you hope they just leave it a complete mystery still?
I hope they leave it a mystery, but just put in a few little, like, teases.
Yeah.
You see, what I'd do, I'd try to, like, join it up with something else.
What do you mean?
I'd like to, like, say for example, say it had been set in the 70s.
Yeah.
I would have tried to, like, hook it up with, like, the Manson murders or whatever,
Oh, like they were part of his crew or something?
Yeah, like, and then they broke off and then they went somewhere else, whatever. I'd like to see something like that, like, where they could tie it to something, to like, something bigger, like they're like an offshoot of something else.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, I think that would just,
Does that movie take place in the 70s, or does it even... I think they're driving a modern car. No,
yeah,
I think they're
I don't
driving
think it
a modern
actually
car.
says. Let's take a look here.
With the colors, it looks like it could have been made in the 70s because it's such a muted colors, everything. Even I think, if I remember correctly, the inside of the house looked real old school.
Yeah, it did.
But I remember they pulled up in like a nice Lexus or something, so...
Yeah, it's the sort of thing I would have liked to have seen it set in the 70s or the 60s or something. I like period pieces or stuff like that because it takes away the modern like sensibility.
Yeah, and when you think about it, that's the time when cults and stuff were their biggest,
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few, but, nothing really of this level.
Yeah. For a future episode, it'd be cool to do like a cult episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm trying to think, I know we could do Helter Skelter, pair it with like some, I'm sure there's tons of other ones.
Yeah.
Oh, there's The Sacrament.
Oh, well, you know what? I picked up a movie recently called Cabin 28.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard of that. I heard it was
apparently
awful, dude.
I haven't seen it yet. Apparently, it's about
the story behind The Strangers, right?
In a way, because like when you listen to the commentary on the Blu-ray, his actual, he had the idea like with like the Tate murders and everything like that. But the actual true story that he was like talking about was like when he was a kid, someone at like 3 a.m. came to his house and knocked on the door wanting to use the phone.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Like definitely not.
Yeah, and it was like no, yeah, but apparently Cabin 28 is apparently the story that people like assume it was based on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just heard bad things, and it was at Walmart, and I remember
that's where I got it.
I looked at the back screenshots of it, and it looked really cheap, dude. Like really
it does.
low budget.
It does, but I mean, there's something about people in clown masks.
Yeah. I don't know. You'll have to let me know how it is before I pick it up.
Yeah. I paid. I think it was $5.99 for it.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know because I've heard nothing good about it.
Yeah, I'll see.
Yeah.
It could be something that might be worth doing.
Yeah, if it's any good, I'll pick it up. I mean, it was so cheap, I remember. But dude, the Wally World has like, I just went there today. They have some releases though. Like every week they have horror releases I've never even heard of. Like one's called
definitely.
The Serpent or something.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff.
And there was one called like The Devil's Whisper. And I looked at that, but dude, they all look ultra cheap, man. Like lower than low budget. Like it would almost make like Fender Bender look like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh, here's a thought. If we did With the Strangers, what about if we did You're Next?
Yeah, that'd be perfect, dude. Yeah, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I mean, they're both.
Yeah.
We know they're both good movies, and we know they're.
Yeah. One of these episodes too, we should do like a director's spotlight.
Yeah.
Like one episode, like we're gonna review everything Clive Barker did. So like Mike Reed, Lord of Illusions, and Hellraiser.
Yeah. It's easy when you got someone who has like a small filmography.
Yeah, but then when you get into like Wes Craven, you got to.
Yeah, that would be like a Wes Craven month.
But it'd be fun, man, because you'd have stuff like because there's some Wes Craven movies I've actually never seen, like Cursed.
You've never seen Cursed?
No, there's that, and I haven't heard good things.
I don't know. Well, let's just say this. There's a scene in Cursed where a werewolf gives someone the middle finger.
Yeah, I've seen that in like a GIF or something,
That's kind of like an awesome scene. It really is. But, it's not a great movie.
Yeah.
But it's not horrible either. It's one of those ones you're not going to write home about it.
Did it seem like Wes Craven was checked out during that movie?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And then
it's the sort of thing. It's entertaining. Let's say that.
Yeah, and then he had that one movie that I only saw half of it. I turned it off for some reason. I don't know if it was because I didn't like it or I was bored. I don't remember, but it's that one, dude, where there's like some legend or whatever where.
My Soul to Take.
Yeah, My Soul to Take. I only saw like half of that.
That's another one. It's kind of forgettable. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's not at the level of what a Wes Craven movie should have been.
Yeah.
It's the sort of thing. It's like certain like directors, you come to expect more from them.
Yeah, I know exactly what
And
you mean.
when you're hit with something that's not as good, even if it's better than others of its like, you still kind of, you know,
Well,
you're still kind of like upset that it's not as good as it should be.
well, what do you think of like Cronenberg, where he had the horror thing, and then the last 10 years he hasn't made any horror? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Eastern
I mean,
Promises and History of Violence, and I think his most recent.
History of Violence was good. I mean,
And then he
I
had one where it
found,
was like Cosmopolis, and
yeah, I find, I don't know, when someone does horror well, I want them to stick with it.
you mean you don't like James Wan going to do Fast and the Furious?
I've never watched it, and I will not watch it.
Yeah.
I saw the first Fast and the Furious movie. A friend of mine at the time showed me it, and I watched it, and I was bored the entire way through. I hated it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't like him either.
You know,
People love them though, dude. Like people freak out about those movies.
I know. Maybe it's just me. I don't get it. It all comes off as kind of a bit dumb to me.
Do you know how much money those things make, dude?
Those make so much bank, it's not even funny. You know, I mean, seriously, you make a Fast and the Furious movie, you're guaranteed, you're getting your millions back.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
It is, and I mean, well, when you look, they've completely changed. When you look at like the first few, they were literally just about street racing.
Yeah. The
Then
first
all of a
one,
sudden,
I thought it was a little entertaining back in the day, but
yeah, I mean, it was okay.
this goes more. It was like considered a gangster movie too, kind of. I mean,
yeah, and then by the end, they're like driving like sports cars across like frozen
oceans
things and like blowing stuff up, and it's like when did this turn into the Expendables?
Yeah.
It's like, seriously. I mean, if I want mindless action, I'll go with a mindless action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just, I've never been like a big car guy or whatever,
The thing is, who watched Conjuring and Insidious and stuff and was like, you know what he'd be good at?
Yeah.
Race car
Fast
movie.
and the Furious. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. Like I said, I wish sometimes horror directors would stick to horror.
Yeah.
I get why they don't. Like, they want to expand their horizons and everything.
Well, I think they're not respected as, like, a...
Yeah, which is...
Yeah, they're not as respected as, like, Tarantino and all those other people. And, you gotta, like, make the dramas and shit to be respected.
The funny thing is, I can count on one hand the number of, like, classic drama movies.
Yeah.
And the number of classic horror movies is almost uncountable. There's that many.
Yeah, I know. And then you ever see a horror movie win an award, it's always a suspense thriller.
Oh, I hate that. There's nothing I hate worse than people like when they did The Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah.
And they call it a supernatural thriller.
Yeah.
It's a ghost story, you moron. It's like, come on.
What do you consider Silence of the Lambs?
I consider Silence of the Lambs
a horror movie, right?
Yeah. Maybe I could put that in thriller. That's one movie that sort of blurs the line between horror and thriller.
Yeah.
But I hate all this, like, when, what's his name, William Friedkin, when he says, The Exorcist is a supernatural detective story.
Wow.
Like, shut the hell up. You made one of the scariest movies ever made. Revel in that fact.
Yeah, I know.
It's a horror movie. I don't care what you say. Like, if you go into a video store, when there were video stores, and you want The Exorcist, they're not going to send you to the suspense. They're not going to send you to the drama. They're going to send you to the horror section because that's what it is.
Yeah. I like directors like John Carpenter, though, where they know exactly what they are.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with knowing what you are.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with reveling in the fact that you do it well.
Exactly.
Another example is what's her name, who was in uh, Trilogy of Terror.
Karen Black.
Yeah, she always said she's never been in a horror movie. She's been in science fiction movies.
Is that what she said?
It's like bullshit.
Wow. Karen Black,
Yeah,
she's like a horror
icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like, yeah, you have been in horror movies. You know what? The problem is, you get people who think that horror movies are all like just blood and gore.
Yeah, waste of time or whatever.
And that's not the case, I mean, there's many different types of horror. You know what? I would venture to say that horror is the single most important genre in the world.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think people are realizing it now that's what's making all the money now. Horror's blowing up, dude. Like on TV, that's all you see now is horror stuff.
Yeah, I love it. It's like a new golden age. I hate people when they say, "Oh, this is what I hate." The elevated genre movies.
What do you mean by that?
They say something like, I don't know. It's a horror movie, but they call it an elevated genre movie.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like more than just like a basic horror movie. It's like, shut up.
Like they act like if it has more to it than just kills.
Yeah, well, you know who coined that term? That was when the guy that remade Let the Right One In.
Oh, he called it that?
Yeah, he called it like an elevated genre movie. I'm like, no. Like, does your movie involve vampires? Yes. Is there a lot of gore in your movie? So somewhat. Is it scary? Yes. It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know what? Like seriously. And some of the most respected actors have done horror.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Jack
can
Nicholson.
anyone... Yeah. Jack Nicholson.
Started out in it.
Yeah.
And plus, dude, actors are retarded, too, because it's... Dude, if you're in a horror movie and it's a good horror movie, you're guaranteed going to get money for the rest of your life if you just show up at conventions.
Exactly. I think you get a lot of people that are just really, really stupid.
Yeah, if I was an upcoming actor, wouldn't you be trying to play in as many horror stuff as you could?
Oh, yeah. Well, I always remember once when I read Bruce Campbell's biography,
If Chins Could Kill.
If Chins Could Kill, yeah. And essentially what he says in that, is he's a working actor. He's always working on stuff.
Yeah.
Now, he does stuff other than horror.
Well, he does those corny shows like... Shit. Bucking Bronco or whatever they were called.
Yeah. But, he's always in stuff, but he knows full well his bread and butter is the horror.
Yeah. And he knows
it's the horror fans.
His book's even called Confessions from a
Confessions
B-movie
of a B-movie actor, yeah. He knows what he is. He doesn't try to be something that he isn't.
Yeah.
But he tries to expand his horizons.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with someone expanding their horizons.
I mean, he was in Burn Notice. That was a huge show.
Yeah.
And it didn't have an ounce of horror in it.
No, exactly. But, over the years, what does he do? He keeps coming back to horror.
Yeah.
Because he knows that horror fans are some of the most loyal and vehemently passionate fans around.
Oh, yeah. No matter what he does, he'll always be Ash.
He'll always be Ash. Yeah. And I think he's come to a point where he knows that, and he accepts it.
Yeah. One more thing I want to point out too about the whole Ash thing. Did you hear that they're all getting pissed that illegal downloads is probably going to make it to where another season of that won't come out? I guess so many people are illegally downloading it that they can't. They're losing money. And I guess Bruce Campbell was like, "Yeah, we want to keep doing it, but not enough people want to order stars or whatever."
Yeah, I think what they need to do, they need to go with a different company.
AMC or something.
AMC or Netflix or...
Right when I saw it was on Stars, I think that's a terrible idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
Netflix and all that, or Hulu, I guess is cool, but even that.
Yeah.
But, those things where you just pay $10 a month, You get it all, whatever. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. But for you to go and pay a subscription to HBO or Showtime or, dude, no one's supposed to do all that.
And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of stuff that like certain regions or whatever are locked out of.
Yeah.
Like we're mentioning Channel Zero before, you know.
So
like
you guys don't have that up there?
We do and we don't. Like the first season showed some places. We have the DVD of the first season.
Yeah, that just came out
here. Yeah, but I can't think of anywhere that's showing the second season.
Do you have Sci-Fi Channel?
No, we have it's called Space. They show a lot of sci-fi stuff, like the sci-fi branded stuff.
That's weird, man. You guys don't have Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah. You know, it's sort of like the Canadian equivalent we have over here. And they show a lot of like sci-fi stuff.
In your did you check your on demand to see if they have a listing for it?
Yeah, I can't find anything anywhere.
Wow.
You know, so that's one thing I'm going to probably end up having to find somewhere to download it.
Yeah, dude, it's so
and,
good.
And then I'll buy the Blu-ray or the DVD when it comes out, you know.
Have you seen the first season yet?
I've seen a few episodes, not the whole thing.
Yeah, you like the whole vibe of it. It's like it kind of looks low budget a little bit.
I dig it, yeah.
Dude, this second season blows the first one out the water, man.
That's cool. I mean, you know, it's the sort of thing. I'm one of those people, I'm totally up for supporting the proper releases.
Yeah.
If you give me the proper release.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't give me an option to see it properly, you know, I'm not going to not see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't give me an option on how to see it, I'm gonna find a way to see it, and then if it's good, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But you know,
now the thing with Channel Zero though is it's pretty much exactly like American Horror Story. You know, where every season's different actors, different story.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, I think it's so much better. Like for some reason, I think American Horror Story is kind of overrated too.
Yeah.
Like it's from the creator of Glee, and you could kind of see it too. Like there's just a lot of stuff that's unrealistic and takes you out of it, you know. And you have people like Adam
I know what you mean.
And Lady Gaga and stuff in it. Where there's no known actors in it whatsoever, you know.
That's cool.
You know, the stories are more grounded in reality. It doesn't have to be crazy spectacular, you know, because it's a sci-fi channel thing. But it's badass. Yeah. It blows American Horror Story out the water.
That's pretty cool because I mean, like when you think the first season of Channel Zero was 6 episodes.
This new one is only 6 episodes too.
Next, you know, and
I like that
you're doing that
to the point.
Yeah, and I mean, American Horror Story is like, is it 12 or 13 episodes per season?
Yeah, like 13.
Yeah, you know, so
so you get tired out of the story, and then plus too, they want this like it airs in the beginning of October. And by the time you finish the season, it's Halloween, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, of course, we've got The Exorcist on right now as well.
Yeah, I'm waiting. When's that first season coming out on disc, man?
I think it's pretty soon. I mean, I'm going to check.
Yeah, see if they have a date for that. Because they usually release it right before the second season comes out.
Yeah.
That second season hasn't aired yet, has it?
It started. I think it's up to like the third episode or so. Let's see here. Season 1. Okay. Well, that doesn't help. All it says is this title has not yet been released.
Yeah, so they don't have a date yet.
But they have a price of $39.99.
It'll probably drop a little bit once it releases.
I'm sure. And so far it's just showing a DVD.
So does it type in real quick if season 2 is airing yet?
Yeah, sure.
Or are you pretty confident it is?
I think it is because I think they've been season 2. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's going. Let's see here. Yeah. We're up to episode 4.
Dude, that's bizarre. They haven't released that DVD yet.
I know,
They,
it's
they
like...
usually always... I've never heard of it not releasing a week before the show airs.
Yeah. I mean, I've been hearing some good stuff about the second season.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking forward to the first one coming out on Blu-ray, hopefully.
Have you seen the whole thing?
I got to, like, the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I was like, I want to watch the rest, but I kind of want to wait for the Blu-ray as well.
No, I only watched, like, the first 3 or 4. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to watch... I knew I wanted to buy it. So I
Yeah.
figured if I watch the whole thing now, I'll be less likely to. So I stopped.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's why I can't wait for it to come out, because I really enjoyed those first few episodes.
Yeah.
And, Gina Davis still looks good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, they're up to episode 4. And, then they're going on a week's hiatus. And then they're coming back on November 3rd.
Oh, okay. Dude, hopefully
Yeah.
that thing gets released soon, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it on Blu-ray, not on DVD.
Yeah, dude, it seems like a lot of stuff's only getting DVD released for some reason.
Well, I tell you what really pisses me off. Season 3 of The Strain.
Is that a DVD only?
That's a DVD only unless you buy it from Japan.
Yeah, that's weird, man. Is that? I think
Japan's
that Candle
got a
Cove
Blu-ray.
is a DVD only too, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's kind of more because of the... What's the word I'm looking for? The nature of it.
Yeah.
You know, that it like looks like they want it to look more grainy and everything and like
But the thing,
old, if you will.
the thing too, not Scream Factory, MTV doing the
Yeah.
Scream and Teen Wolf and all that. They only release DVDs.
Yeah, that annoys me. I mean, I got the first season of Scream on DVD. I would have liked a Blu-ray of it, especially. That's one thing. If something is released, like filmed and released in
On HD, on
HD,
TV.
yeah,
It
it
makes no
should be.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have the HD masters there.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
bizarre,
excuse. And I'm quite sure, like, other countries probably have a Blu-ray release.
man. Yeah, now have you watched season 2 of Scream?
Yeah.
I just finished it up, dude. I really liked it until that last episode.
The Halloween episode?
Yeah, they go to an island, like it's I Know What You Did Last Summer, Part 2.
Yeah, they kind of took it in, like, a completely different direction for that.
And then the killer in that was no one we've never seen. It was just
Some,
like
like,
that, man.
yeah.
Although I did like how Kiernan, or whatever his name is, was the killer, and then at the very last scene, you
Yeah.
see your father visiting his grave.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. And I liked the way he died.
Who, Kiernan?
Yeah. I like
oh,
the,
in
you
the
know,
jail cell?
yeah,
Yeah, that was
like,
awesome,
it's like,
dude.
of all the places, he just, like, comes down, he's like, and you're like, oh, you know you are
Really
screwed.
brutalizes him, man.
Yeah, and it's really awesomely great.
Yeah.
You know, I wish the new season they did connected somehow with the old ones, like the season 3 that they're doing.
Well, I'm
But,
excited for season 3, man. They say the original Mask is coming back.
I'm happy about that. I'm definitely happy about
Dude,
that.
isn't it weird? It didn't premiere this month, though.
It is.
Like
It
I
really
looked
is.
it up. I guess it's premiering in March or April of next year.
Yeah.
But there's
I don't
so
know.
much horror stuff out now. It's all right with me if I gotta wait.
Yeah, I guess maybe they're gonna try to, you know, find a time when there's less, maybe.
Yeah,
So it's the only game in town, sort of thing.
that's probably what it's gonna do.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if my hopes are very high for it, from considering what I've heard and everything, but you know, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I like it, dude. One thing too, about that Scream show. You know what I was shocked to hear? That chick who
What?
plays Emma, the main
Yeah.
chick, she's like almost 30 years old.
Really?
Yeah, she's like 28 or 29.
Yeah, she doesn't look that old. I mean, that's one thing I always found with that. They looked their age.
Yeah.
They looked the age of the characters.
So yeah, that Emma's the oldest one out of all of them.
Yeah. I also reckon, what did you think about in the second season, them killing off like the only black character?
I really enjoyed it just because I didn't like that character. I thought she was hot for a black chick, but I thought her character was annoying.
It was a bit annoying, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I kind of thought she was an interesting character.
Yeah.
I wish they'd kept her. I wish they'd saved her.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't care for it too much.
But I would have liked it if she turned out to be the killer.
Yeah.
I think that would have been kind of interesting, but
Yeah. That one, the one chick I keep hoping they would have killed off was that Brooke chick.
Yeah. Yeah, she was just plain annoying.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't kill her off.
See, that would be a great thing if they did for season 3. They just brought back the rest of the characters just for a little bit and then just killed them all off in the first episode.
Yeah.
All of them.
You know what?
One shot, all gone.
You know what one thing that the Scream show has me laughing hard about? Whenever they're in a classroom and like the teacher's talking, all the kids are raising their hands. They're all shouting out answers, They're all like
it's like
maturely talking. Like, well, with this, it's like I've never been in a classroom where every kid's been that focused and that, hyped up on whatever the teacher's saying.
Yeah.
And everybody looks, pretty. Everybody looks, perfectly clean, and even all the teachers are hot, and it's just like, like, what kind of school is this, man?
I know. Well, the thing is, like, when you look at it, it's like the whitest of the white, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that chick's the only black character in the whole thing, and I'm willing to bet you anything that chick's half white.
Probably.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, I bet you she's half white.
Yeah, which is kind of fun. I guess that's why they're going with what they're doing for season 3.
What are they saying for season 3?
That it's essentially like, I don't want to say like the black version, but like the main character is a black guy, and
are you serious?
like a lot of the, apparently, and a lot of like Queen Latifah is a producer on it and stuff.
You're not for real right now, are you?
No, that's what it is.
MTV's airing this?
Apparently.
So Emma and all them aren't in it?
No, it's a completely different thing, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's the sort of thing. I like the idea of more black people in horror movies.
Yeah.
I think they're a very underused group of actors in horror.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta say,
they're
though,
almost
Scream,
always
Scream 2, they were annoying as hell, though, dude.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the movie theater.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing. It shouldn't play a role in the storytelling, really, but just the fact of the matter is, it does.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, if like you're watching a movie and there's a black person in it, more than likely they're going to get killed off.
I'm only down for this idea if it takes place in a ghetto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would make it more creepier if there's like a killer in that suit walking around like an actual rundown projects.
That would be awesome. I mean, I like. It's the sort of thing. I mean, when you go with the quote unquote urban thing, which usually just means black.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, which isn't a fair thing, really. But it's a neat premise that's not used enough in horror.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at something like Candyman.
Oh, they did it perfect.
Which is genuinely terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's not terrifying because the fact, that it's like black people it's happening to. you know,
No.
it's scary because it's a genuinely scary situation.
Yeah.
But also like it's in like how can I describe this? Like I'm not these people. You know, I'm not a black guy. I'm a white guy. I don't understand like the quote unquote like black experience or anything. I don't, you know, it's not something I relate to. But as a result, I see something in that setting and it's just really interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just works.
Yeah.
And you have horror, which has essentially always been kind of like a white subgenre, if you will.
Yeah.
I like seeing it go into like, you know, other cultures' versions of horror and everything.
So I assumed you loved Tales from the Hood.
I thought Tales from the Hood was pretty decent.
And Skeleton Key.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skeleton Key was actually really freaky when I first saw that.
Yeah. And I liked, what's it called? I always liked Bones.
Oh, I love Bones too. Just because Snoop Dogg's my favorite rapper.
Snoop Dogg's awesome. Yeah. You know, I mean, and it's something different. Like for me, you know, like I look around, you know, what do I see? I see like white, like suburban neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know, that's like what I know because that's what I am. So seeing something different and seeing like a different group of people's reaction to these same like events is interesting.
Yeah.
One thing I always thought was great was in I think it was the first Scary Movie where like there's a news crew, a black news crew, and they're like, "We're from Black Entertainment Television. White folks are dead, and we're getting out of here." And I thought that was perfect. That's the reaction people should be having. But you know, us white people, it's like, no, like we hear a scary noise, let's go investigate. Yeah. Where the black characters are like, no.
Well, I think
like you go investigate if you want. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Like we know better.
The horror movie is just the camera panning around all the empty houses because they all dipped.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, could you imagine Poltergeist in a black neighborhood?
That'd be funny. Just the
that would be
camera
awesome.
set up in an empty house, dude. Just
yeah, it'd just be like, nope. It's like screw you, screw you and your demon evil.
It's just an hour and a half of
leaving.
Just an hour and a half of watching everyone pack.
Yeah, and there's just like, okay, we're gone. It's like, no, you know, we're not stupid. We're not staying
it's
around
like
for this.
Movie, the credits start rolling. It's like they say, you know, the Lavelle family or whatever.
Yeah.
We're not complete idiots. They packed up and moved and lived a happily life.
I'd love to see something like that. I would love, honestly, just to say like, yeah.
And then a white family moved in and was tortured for 13 years.
There you go. The funny thing is that's what you know would happen.
Yeah.
You know, white people are always like, we're always like, you know, like, no, we'll fight this demon or whatever. It's like no,
yeah,
we'll just leave.
Videotape it first and do experiments and.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be honest, when it comes to horror movies, 9 out of 10 times the black character is the only one doing the smart stuff.
Yeah, but he'll die first.
I know it you know, and then they say, I don't even want to say it's racism.
Nah.
You know, it's just like, let's get rid of the character that, like, actually is thinking about what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's kill him off first.
Get all the people with sense out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Get them out of the picture right away, and there you go. We're set. Oh, man. I also think it would be kind of neat, like, with, you know, kind of like the political climate, you know, with like how like a lot of people in like black communities don't trust like the police or everything. Have like a Scream type thing where it's like, you know, no, we're not going to go out and call the police because we don't trust you.
Yeah.
You know, like add something like that and that could work.
Yeah.
You know, that could add some genuine tension. It's like, not only are like people getting killed or whatever, like we can't run out and call the police because we don't trust what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's something, if done well, it can work. And I think we can get like maybe even like a whole new subgenre.
Yeah.
You know, but it needs to be done right.
Yeah,
and
ghetto
it needs
horror.
to be done. Yeah. You know, and don't go cheesy with it. That's one thing I liked about Bones. Bones wasn't cheesy.
Yeah.
Bones was like, the horror in it was pretty serious.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, the movie was alright, Bones. I like it.
Yeah. And, honestly, anything with Snoop Dogg in it is just kind of cool.
Yeah. No, he's
by the fact that he's in it. Yeah. Well, I don't know have you ever watched any of those videos by those guys, Vanos Gaming?
Who?
Vanos Gaming. They do like some like Gmod stuff. They do like GTA stuff and everything. It's just a bunch of guys like they
do they do
game
voices
stuff.
or whatever on GTA Live and stuff?
Not really. They just do really kind of funny stuff.
Yeah.
They're just really funny. They're on YouTube, and there's just one video, and one of the guys, Nogla, is there, and he's like here, guard me while I tweet Snoop Dogg. And the funny thing is, I think he actually did then go and tweet Snoop Dogg something.
Wow.
I just think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, man.
But, Snoop Dogg just enters into everything and makes it cool just by the fact he's there.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's so chill.
Yeah, I could you imagine Snoop Dogg and, as Snoop Dogg in a horror movie?
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah, everyone would be, running or whatever, and he'd just be, looking around, and he'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
Turn around, walk out, gone.
Maybe put, Crips versus zombies.
I kid you not, I'd pay to see that.
Oh, that'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, it would be really funny. I mean, that's the sort of thing. You could go funny, you can go
We're called living
dark.
dead motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
You gotta have a motherfucker in the title.
Yeah, indeed, you do. Then you go into a whole new era of blaxploitation.
Yeah, the Exorcist pimp.
Oh, that would be cool.
His cane's is the cross or whatever.
Oh, man, you've given someone an idea right now. I'm sure someone hearing this is like, yes, we will make that movie. And then, you got, walking down the street with, the giant cross cane.
Made out of
and,
gold.
Yeah.
Called him Pimp Daddy, the fucking demon killer.
Yeah, and his way of exercising him is you just whacks him in the head with the cane.
Dude, he backslaps fucking possessed chicks and the demon flies out.
That would be awesome. I would pay to see that.
It's like, man,
Someone
put some
make
oil
that
or put some holy water on my pimp hand.
There you go. Just, that would be awesome. It really would. Oh man, that would be cool.
Yeah, dude.
And that's one thing I got to admit I kind of miss now. I remember a couple of months back I watched Blackula.
Yeah.
And there's a guy in that, and he's got these sideburns.
Oh, the 70s sideburns are off the
Oh,
chain.
man. As a white guy, I can't pull it off.
Yeah.
But I would grow those sideburns if I could. They were awesome.
Yeah.
And he was just there for like 2 minutes. It was like a little cameo role of this guy, and I just know him as Sideburns Guy. He's got these awesome 70s sideburns, and it's like, damn.
It's like, you jive-ass turkey.
Man, I wish people still talked like that. I really do. That was some awesome stuff.
Yeah, it was, man. So we're going to end it here for, so we're not rambling on too much for the people,
Yeah.
Just talk about everything from horror to Snoop Dogg and fucking Pimp Daddy, the Demon Slayer.
Seriously, if someone's listening to this who's in the film industry, please make that movie.
Oh, man.
Just like the pimp with the golden cross cane that backhands demons out of places.
Vampire people, they have the necklace of garlic cloves and stuff.
Yeah.
Except it'll be solid gold 24 karat garlic cloves. You know,
that would be so awesome. Someone please make it. Please. I will pay to see that movie.
Yeah, dude, that'd be badass.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, this is Corey's Crypt.
And this is BDG Reviews.
And we'll be back at you on the 27th or 28th with the Saw retrospective.
Yep.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.